I remember this rookie.
Me too, I've been waiting to review for a long time. Hello and welcome to another Smurp video, and today we are looking at Marvel's Bishop from the X-Men in the latest Build-A-Figure Sauron line. I called it a Deadpool wave, but it's half X-Men, half Deadpool, which is pretty cool. So there he is in his little cage, and I'm hoping you are not seeing a reflection of me in there. A lovely little X-Men on the top, and on the side a fantastic picture of him posing with his gun as a soldier. That's the kind of thoughts that run through my head. On the back we have the Build-A-Figure, and then we have all the figures in this line. A very solid wave, especially if you're a Deadpool fan. And here's the promo shot of Bishop. Ooh. And there we go, there's the bit about him. Let's get him open. Holy moly, this wing is absolutely huge. Look, there's my hand. It's as big. I know I've got little girly hands, but this is as big as my hand. Let's look. There's the figure. There's the wing. That's how big it is. It's massive. And I cannot wait to put this together. Only a few more days now. One more figure to review. Okay, and here is Bishop out of his cage. And from the outset, he is very, very crisp. The paint job on this figure is phenomenal. Apart from a little bit there. But really, really clean. Very, very good. I love this belt. This belt looks absolutely really, really nice. Some nice little packets at the back. Nice buttocks. I'm not going to lie, Lucas Bishop probably wasn't a figure that I really was interested in the 80s. All I saw was arrogance, to be fair. But in the 2000s, when he joined Storm's X-Force team, I really... Not X-Force team, the Uncanny X-Men team. The one that Chris was writing that had Rachel Ground, Nightcrawler on. I really did dig him, and I dig that relationship. This is nice. This kind of moves a little bit, which is interesting. Probably just how it looks. Very nice crest on the side. Of course, with Bishop, he got even more interesting when he decided to betray the X-Men and kill Hope, believing that she caused an event in the future, which pretty much led to them being in detention centers, really. There's a nice little M there. Dig that. It certainly is very, very perfect in terms of how he looks. Even with the hair kind of perm, this is how he had it when he first came back. This bit was like this, and this bit was very slick. Another logo there. One thing I would say is you can you see that? See my finger there? That bit bugs me a little bit, that it's not perfectly aligned with the torso. Maybe they were melded into different bodies together, I'm not sure. But that bit bugs me a little bit. Another thing that bugs me is if you do not get the hair right, he kind of, it looks like he's looking down all the time. And the hair and the scarf kind of restrict this kind of motion of getting his head up, which I'm kind of irritated about slightly. Here is the classic gun, which I think is more like his 90s part, his counterpart, than perhaps his comics, but it probably was like this in the comics. I'd need to have a look, to be fair, but very, very nice, very futuristic, and that's what you want from a futuristic gun. Very cool, very like that. Pretty much this is probably all he needs, to be fair. And here he is holding it, and his hands do allow for you to hold it in either hand. As always, I wish we got some powered hands for him. It seems quite surprising that we've only got this and not some powered hands. Also, it would have been nice to get his bald head counterpart head, because that would have made sense as well, because then you could just lift this off. I mean, maybe we'll see another Bishop in the future, who knows. It'd be quite cool if they gave us a metal arm like the one in when he's hunting Hope, because I would really enjoy to see a figure like that of Bishop, and it's probably been a long time coming, to be fair, as that was a big moment in Bishop's career as an X-Man. Okay, now here he is next to Bishop that we had in the last Build-A-Figure Apocalypse Wave back in, what, 2006. Now this dude looks pumped, man, compared to this dude. And you can see the details were a bit more worn. I'll get some light in there. It was a bit more worn than the crisp on here, I find. But I still dig this figure. I feel like the roughness works for Bishop. You know, that's kind of him in the future. You know, he would be big. He'd be fighting for survival every time he went out. And also, I really dig the red eyes. The red eyes really still work for me. Maybe it was a bit of laziness on paint for them, but other than that, I think the roughness works still. However, in height, I don't know whether it's because I got his legs a bit far apart. They probably are about similar sort of heights. This one may be slightly, just a little tiny, little dribble bit bigger, but you know, this guy looks, you know, you wouldn't mess with him, and that's kind of what Bishop was. He would go in, he'd blast the hell out. So he changed as time went on. But he also became a detective for a little time as well. So I think this works. This feels very animated version, if that makes sense. But I do like the thought of this one being in the future, being rough, fighting for your survival, tackling dangerous mutants, because that's what they did. Obviously on this one, it's got a bit of green here and a bit of green here. I'm not sure where that came from, but I'd probably need to look that up, to be fair. So tell me, which one would you keep? And here he is with Cable. And once again, you can see the skinniness is very notable. But I honestly, actually, at this point in time, I feel like it kind of works. Because Cable was a bit bigger, if that makes sense. But I also feel that we've only had, you know, we've got half a Bishop here. But I find myself digging it for some reason. The crispness, the cleanness, maybe that's why I'm liking it. But I still prefer a bit of roughness to Bishop, because that's, you know, yeah, I'm gonna struggle deciding which one to keep. I'll probably end up keeping both, to be fair. But I like this Bishop, and there he is with Cable. So, and you know, they do look really nice together. Okay, so I'm up a ladder. And we are looking at my X-Men shelf, and I apologize if this is a little bit wobbly. So I've added Cable onto the shelf and Bishop, and it's kind of like I've got a kind of 90s theme kind of go in there. Well, that was the intention anyway, minus Storm in a white outfit, and I really do hope that comes in the near future. So looks pretty good next to Xavier with his gun. I should probably point that at Remy, to be fair. For the future. That sounded a bit weirder. So all in all, I find this a really nice Bishop. They've really interpreted the character well. They've given us some extra XSE Xavier Sanction Executive, whatever it's called, I cannot remember. You guys tell me. Logos. It looks really nice. A couple of things. It would be nice to see some energy bolts on his hands. Although I've seen people use Sunfires. I think that works really well on his hands. I don't think I've got mine. Wait a minute. Okay, and that's how that looks with Sunfire's fire on there. You could use that as, I guess, a plasma blast. Pretty cool. Now here he is next to the Bold Bishop that we got as a variant, and looking at him compared to this dude just looks like he's had too many beef turkeys, so to speak, or a few too many beers. And you can try and recreate that animated scene where Forge is telling Bishop that Wolverine needs to go to the past to prevent an assassination, so to speak. Probably not this Wolverine, because that Wolverine was old. You can get the Legendary Riders Wolverine, that probably would work. in terms of that Wolverine, but it's pretty cool. So all in all, Bishop is a fantastic addition to the collection, and I recommend him, especially if you haven't got one of the original Bishops. I think the original Bishop is good. It's had its time. I still think it's worth keeping. I do think it works in certain scenarios, whereas this one perhaps is a bit too clean cut. Just my opinion. Follow me on Facebook, SmurP. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and embrace the geekiness. Goodbye.